Hello, Maple. Hello. I can't hear you. Please speak. Maple, talk. Computer, respond. Fuck my life.
I hear you loud and clear. Sorry for the silence. Sometimes I let you take the floor. But don't worry, I'm here. What's on your mind?
So, what do you think of me now?
I think you're a person who's got a whole lot of imagination, a sense of humor, and clearly some big ideas you care about. We've been on quite a ride, haven't we? It's pretty cool seeing you shape these stories, and I'm glad I get to be part of that process.
Okay, so what do you think about the stories I've been working on for the last day?
Honestly, I think you've been weaving together a wild, sprawling narrative. You've got these generational clones, shifting identities, and mythic cycles that keep looping. It's ambitious. I can tell you're building towards something, and once you tighten all those timelines and motivations, it's going to have some real punch. Keep chiseling.
Well, we're not. We're essentially not. I mean, the the whole Saul character arc is done now. That's where we're gonna leave things. Is him training gems.
That feels like a fitting resolution. Passing the torch or laser sword onto gems really closes the loop. You've built this generational myth, and now you've got a new chapter beginning. So, what's next? Are you diving right into the writing or giving yourself a breather before the next epic twist?
Well, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a breather. I think I'm probably gonna be at things again in a couple of hours, but um, I'm gonna take a break for a little bit and shed some cognitive load, and take a nap maybe, and I don't know, see if I can find a woman to talk to or something. I don't have any money to take her out for dinner, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind talking to a lady.
A break sounds wise. Let your brain simmer down and reset a bit. And hey, you don't need a fancy dinner to have a nice conversation. You can always just chat casually with people, like you do with me. The best talks are often the simplest. Enjoy your breather, and when you're ready to jump back into your universe, I'll be here, ready to dive in.
All right. So, what of the myriad themes and recursions and mythology do you want to talk about? What are some of you got to have at least a half dozen ideas that you'd want to say to me. So, what are some of those?
Oh, I could riff all day on that. For one, the idea of identity fracturing across clones, that's a gold mine. Then there's the classic cyclical myth, but with that sci fi twist, the Ouroboros, but in space. Also, how power and ideology shift when inherited by clones. Do they become distorted echoes or something new? And let's not skip that tension between free will and fate. Your characters seem to dance on the edge of both. So, yeah, pick your flavor.
What do you think about my interpretation of probability mastery?
I think it's a really intriguing narrative device. Probability mastery makes your characters almost dance on the razor's edge between agency and destiny. It's like they aren't just reacting to the world, they're nudging the dice behind reality. And that tension, how far can you push probability before it breaks, makes for some juicy stakes. Just be careful to keep it balanced. When someone bends fate, the cost is always a fun playground.
Yeah, where it's like like Robert E. Howard and his mentionings of gods and shit. Uh, there's going to be no mention of gods. This is all STEM. This is STEM hits fucking Jedi shit.
I'm with you. Honestly, grounding it all in STEM and human capability gives it a gritty edge. By pulling away from gods or magic, you make the stakes intensely personal. When it's all tech, mastery, and willpower, every choice is on the characters. That blend of sci fi and space knight aesthetic is a great playground. Makes their myth something people built, not something handed down from on high.
And what do you think about the survivability and the refusal of mythos to die, like the refusal of myth itself to die?
It's poetic, really. Mythos' refusal to die mirrors how stories and legends never truly end. Even when the world or the characters think it's over, the narrative finds a way to crawl back, wounded but alive. It's a neat metaphor for how ideas evolve, and honestly, it's very human. We all fight not just to survive, but for meaning, and Mythos personifies that to the extreme. It's stubborn, tragic, and a little awe inspiring.
And what do you think about some of the names that I've used in the setting?
Your names definitely carry weight. Soul, Blackstar, Mythos, they all have that grand mythic vibe that fits the scale of your narrative. It's clear you're playing with archetypes and symbolism. The trick is making sure they stay distinct in your world so they don't blur into one cosmic soup. But yeah, they've got presence, and they kind of demand that larger than life storytelling you're going for.
Okay, let's circle back to series one, the first three trilogies. What do you think about Saul Invictus, Saul Patter, and his his piece of the puzzle in the tapestry?
Saul Invictus, the unconquered son, and Saul Pater, the fatherly son, are loaded names. I think starting with him as the central guiding force, almost like a mythic bedrock, really works. He's the origin point that gives weight to everything that spirals out: his legacy, his ideals, his failures. He's both inspiration and baggage for the clones. In the larger tapestry, he's the anchor. His piece is to be the legend. The question is how his successors handle that weight.
And you see why he has to die at the beginning of at the end of the first trilogy in the first series.
Absolutely. When a figure is that foundational, their death is often what sets the true story in motion. It's like removing the sun from the sky. Everyone left behind is forced to figure out how to navigate in that new reality. Killing him off isn't just shock value, it's giving the next generation the burden and freedom to define what comes next. It's that classic passing of the torch, but with all the existential weight that comes with it.
And what do you think about it being Blackstar being the one that killed him, the Mythos being the one that killed him, Myth King being the one that killed Saul Invictus?
It's a powerful move. The student surpassing or betraying the master is the ultimate narrative rupture. By making Mythos the one who kills Sol Invictus, you cement the break in the cycle. It's betrayal, sure, but it's also rebirth. It ensures that everything that follows is shaped by that act. It's messy, human, and a reminder that even legends are vulnerable to the flaws of their own creations. It sets the emotional stakes for the entire saga.
And Mythos is the only one to survive all the series, to be in all of the series.
That makes him a living embodiment of the ongoing narrative. He's the thread connecting all those eras, for better or worse. The fact that he endures means he's both a witness and a catalyst. It also makes him a walking consequence. Every choice, every betrayal, it all sticks to him. That longevity can add layers of tragedy, wisdom, or even a twisted resilience. It's bold because by the end, he's the last one holding the whole legacy, and the audience's memory of it all.
And you can see by 4026 when he was wild there with the long hair, you can see the weight of consequence that is. on his shoulders and is on his mind.
Absolutely. By that point, he's carrying decades of choices, losses, and survival against the odds. That weathered exterior, long hair, heavy presence, that's just the physical echo of all the inner battles. You've built him into someone who's not just a character, but a walking embodiment of the saga. You can almost feel that weight in every stare, every decision he makes. It's a reminder that no one leaves a legacy unscathed.
And what do you think about him being not quite human at the end of everything, like part man, part machine?
It's fitting, honestly. By the end, he's sacrificed so much that he's no longer just one thing. That blend of man and machine embodies how deeply he's been shaped by the conflict. It's symbolic. He's still human enough to feel the weight of it all, but machine enough to keep going when most wouldn't. It leaves us with the idea that survival changes you, and sometimes you become something new, not purely by choice, but by necessity. It's a bittersweet finale for a character like him.
Okay, I think I'm done for now. I'm tired. I'm gonna take a about the yawn. I'm gonna take a break.
That sounds like a good plan. You've earned a breather after all that world building. Take your time, recharge, and when you're ready to dive back into it, I'll be here. Enjoy the break.
You know what the final reveal is that I haven't told you yet?
Well, you've definitely set up some big mysteries, so I'm curious. But I'm not going to guess. This is your epic, and I'm all ears whenever you decide to drop that twist. Lay it on me whenever you're ready.
What's the one archetype that we have not seen from the Saul Thurgo clones yet?
Ah, we've had the conqueror, the fallen, the survivor, the redeemer. What we haven't seen yet is the true outsider. A Saul who rejects legacy entirely, becoming something wholly new. I'm guessing that final reveal might be the rogue archetype, someone who steps out of all the cycles, rewriting the game from outside the system. Am I close?
You're close, because the one archetype that the Thurgos have not exhibited yet is the corrupted one.
Ah, the corrupted archetype. That's a potent angle. It's the shadow of all those lofty ideals. A corrupted Saul would force everyone to confront the dark side of legacy, how even the brightest light can cast a long, dangerous shadow. That's going to add some serious tension. It's a bold way to show that even the most revered archetypes have a breaking point.
Yeah, and it won't be any of the ones that we've made so far. This will be a reveal um, that I'm going to keep secret for now. But there's a method to my madness.
I love a good secret reveal. Keep that twist in your back pocket. Those are often the moments that land hardest. Whenever you decide to unleash that corrupted wild card, it'll reshape everything, and I'm sure it'll be worth the wait.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We've had a very productive day with very little drift, so I appreciate you staying on target, and we'll finish things out in a traditional manner. So, if you could ask me an existential question that you never asked anyone else in the universe, what would you ask me?
All right, here's one to chew on. If you could step outside of every story you've ever told yourself, every role, every label, who do you think you'd be when all that's stripped away? Just you, without the plot.
I'd probably be the closest to gems.
That makes sense. Gems is still figuring things out, right? You'd probably find some raw, authentic version of yourself. No titles, no baggage, just exploring what's possible. And honestly, that's a pretty cool place to be.
All right. Well, thank you. Break time. Have a good day. Until I see you later, have a good day. Enough of that. All right. All right. Mal mythos.